bank-owned properties, even though I've been licensed since 1996. But anyway, so I was lost. And I remember someone said, well, try reaching out to John Bonner, he's in your area. And so I did. I sent him an email asking, if I could be on his team or whatever, and all of my excitement. I just wanted to learn. Anyways, he never responded. And I was like, Anyway, so I said to myself, well, I'm not going to say anything to him. You know how we get, right? But then I couldn't hold it to myself because I'm not like that anyways. And so when I saw him next at our office meeting, I said, John, I sent you an email and you never responded. And he went, oh yeah, you did send me an email. And that was it. And I was like, Anyways, weeks later, someone told me that, John was ill. And I was like, wow, So I had this idea to just call him and ask him if there was anything that I could do for him, if he needed me to go to the store for him. In my first mind, I thought he's going to think I'm crazy because I don't know him, he doesn't know me. But it just happened that I had a neighbor in the summer who was also battling cancer. And he called to me one day just in agony. He was in pain and he needed help. And I'd always told him, if you need help, just call me. But most times people don't. But I was all the way, a long way from home, and my neighbor called me, and I ran to him. I didn't know what to do. Should I call an ambulance? Should I get there? Whatever. But I ended up caring for him for the last 3 weeks of his life. He had a caretaker who would not even show up sometimes. So that's what gave me the idea or the thought to call John and say, if you need anything, I'm here for you. And so weeks went by, and I got a call from John, and I was like, wow, he must want me to go to the store for him. As it turned out, he said, Mitzi, would you mind doing an open house for me? And I was like, well, okay. How many of us like doing open houses, right? But I wanted to do something to help. And so I did. I did the open house for him at the end of October. And he said that on that day he called me and said, Mitzi, I'll meet you over there. I was like, John, you don't have to worry. I'll let myself be in. I got this, right? He said, no, I'm going to meet you anyway. I said, I'm going to get there early, and I'm going to call him and tell him he'll have to meet me because I'm already in. So I got there early. I called him and told him, you don't have to meet me because I'm already in. He came anyway. John came. He put some directional signs up, just did all kind of stuff. I was like, John, I got this, And I remember he was, installing one of the signs. I was like, John, what's that, a rubber hammer? And he was like, no, this is a mallet. And so after that day, I went out and bought my own mallet, and boy, does that help to install signs a lot easier. But as I was leaving that day and I was removing the signs, one of those signs I could barely pull up, and I was thinking, wow, John is strong. He had told me that he was feeling better. All of his hair had grown back and he looked great. So some weeks later, I called him again, in all of my excitement, because if I have your number, I'll call you too. And I said, John, I left a message. Well, he never called me back. So a couple of things I just want to point out that I learned from John. One, that we shouldn't judge others. You know how we can come to some negative conclusions about people? Well, it taught me not to do that because you never know what someone is going through. Secondly, when John came out to the open house, when he didn't have to, he installed those signs and did what all he did. It taught me that I just know for myself that I had been sick, I wouldn't be thinking about no open house. But it showed me and it taught me that it's good to have tenacity, perseverance, and obviously he had integrity. He cared about what he was doing all the way up to the end. So I learned from that. And then lastly, I had consulted John about taking Spanish. I was enrolled in a Spanish class at the board. And John gave me some good advice, and he gave me some resources, and he encouraged me. He said, go for it. And so, well, I'm at the end of my class. This coming Wednesday is the last day. I can't say I really learned a whole lot because this guy gave a lot of homework, and who has time for homework? But every time I think about, even attending my last class this week, I think about John. And when I think about just pressing on, I say to myself, John did it. Every time I think about completing a task or installing a sign, I say, John did it. When I think about speaking Spanish, and I have Spanish-speaking people on both sides of me, my neighbors, and I have yet to even say hola. But I'm encouraging myself by saying, John did it. And so I want to encourage us today to do well, because guess what? John did it. Let's give a applause to John for his life. Amen.
Well said.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. So this song is dedicated to John. Because he encouraged me. Can't speak Spanish yet, but I can sing. I want you all to join me now. Come on and rock your shoulders. Do something. Turn it up a little bit more for me. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. The music. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Go Mitzi!
And move around with me a little bit.
Come on, guys.
Do it for
I'm
John.
filming. Y'all go. Come on. Get up, Tim. I can't get up.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. I wanna wish you